Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Imagine this. What if the richest man in the world noticed your hard work and decided to change your life forever? Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, today, we're sharing the incredible, almost unbelievable story of Marcus Jones, a young man whose life took a complete 180-degree turn after a chance encounter with Elon Musk. Marcus was a hardworking individual, silently battling unimaginable struggles, but one extraordinary act of kindness changed everything for him. If you love inspiring stories like this, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more heartwarming tales. Let's dive into the story. Marcus Jones, a 25-year-old young man, had been working at Tesla for just 3 months. Quiet and reserved, he was the type of person who stayed in the background, always the first to arrive at the factory and the last to leave. His co-workers barely noticed him, but what they didn't know was that Marcus was hiding a heartbreaking truth. Just a year ago, he lost his wife to cancer, a tragedy that drained him emotionally and financially. Overwhelmed by mounting medical bills, he lost his home and found himself with nowhere to turn. Every evening after his shift, Marcus would leave the Tesla factory and walk to a nearby park. Under a cluster of trees, he would unroll his old sleeping bag and settle in for the night. Despite his circumstances, Marcus never let his struggles define him. Each morning, he would clean himself up in the gas station bathroom, press his uniform as best he could, and head to work like any other employee. Marcus believed in holding on to his dignity, no matter what life threw at him. As far as Marcus was concerned, dignity was free, and he wasn't going to let the world take that away from him. It was this unwavering determination that would soon catch the attention of someone who had the power to change his life forever. One quiet Tuesday afternoon, the Tesla factory was buzzing with excitement. Word had spread that Elon Musk himself was visiting, and workers whispered eagerly, craning their necks for a glimpse of the man who had revolutionized electric cars. The air was electric with anticipation, but amidst the commotion, Marcus remained focused on his work. Bent over a faulty battery pack, he was completely absorbed in fixing the issue, unaware of the movement around him. As Elon Musk toured the facility, shaking hands and asking questions, his sharp eye caught Marcus hard at work. He walked over, and the factory floor seemed to fall silent as the workers watched intently. Marcus, still unaware of the attention, only realized someone was standing behind him when a calm voice asked, "What's going on here?" Startled, Marcus looked up and froze. There was Elon Musk himself, watching him with quiet curiosity. Gathering his nerves, Marcus stammered, Sir, the battery pack wasn't aligning properly, so I'm adjusting the frame." Elon crouched down beside him, examining the work closely. "You figured this out yourself?" he asked. "Yes, sir," Marcus replied, his voice barely above a whisper. For a moment, Elon said nothing. Then, standing up, he turned to Marcus's supervisor, who was nervously standing nearby. "Give this man proper acknowledgement," Elon said firmly. "It's people like him who keep this place running." The room erupted into murmurs, and a few co-workers clapped lightly, their admiration growing for the quiet young man they had often overlooked. Marcus's face turned red with embarrassment, but he simply nodded and returned to his work. Elon gave him a small, knowing nod before moving on. But something about the encounter lingered. As he walked away, Elon glanced back at Marcus one last time and saw him quietly picking up his tools and resuming his task. In that moment, Elon couldn't help but feel there was something extraordinary about this young man, a feeling that would soon lead to a life-changing decision. That evening, after his visit to the Tesla factory, Elon Musk couldn't shake the image of Marcus from his mind. There was something about the young man's quiet determination and focus that struck a chord. Curious, Elon decided to look into Marcus's background. When his assistant pulled up Marcus's records, Elon noticed some irregularities right away: an absence of a permanent address, no phone number, and inconsistencies in his employment history. After digging deeper, the truth became clear. Marcus was homeless. Elon sat back in his chair, stunned. This was a man who showed up every day, worked tirelessly, and never once complained, all while facing unimaginable challenges. Elon felt compelled to act. Picking up his phone, he made a quick call. "Find him," he said firmly, "and do it by morning." The determination in his voice left no room for questions. Elon knew Marcus deserved more than just recognition. He deserved a chance to rebuild his life. What Marcus didn't know was that his encounter with Elon Musk had set the wheels of change in motion, and by the next morning, his life would be forever transformed. The next morning began like any other for Marcus. He woke up in the park, the cold air biting at his face as he packed up his sleeping bag and tucked it under his arm. At the nearby gas station, he freshened up as best he could, looking at his reflection in the cracked mirror. With a sigh, he prepared for another day at the Tesla factory, unaware that this day would be unlike any other. As Marcus walked through the factory gates and clocked in, he noticed something unusual. Workers were whispering in small groups, sneaking glances in his direction. Frowning, he brushed it off and headed to his station, grabbing his tools and preparing to work. But before he could begin, he felt a tap on his shoulder. Turning around, he found himself face to face with a man in a sharp black suit. "Marcus Jones?" the man asked. Marcus nodded, confused. "Mr. Musk wants to see you. Follow me." Whispers spread across the factory floor as Marcus was escorted through the building, all eyes on him. Nervous and unsure, he was led to a sleek, bright office that smelled of fresh coffee. Sitting behind the desk was Elon Musk himself, who greeted Marcus with a small, reassuring smile. "Marcus," Elon began, his tone calm but serious. "Sit down." Marcus hesitated before sinking into the chair. Elon leaned forward slightly and said, "I found out something last night. I know you're sleeping outside. Is that true?" Marcus froze, his hands gripping his knees tightly. He didn't know what to say. "Don't worry," Elon continued gently. "You're not in trouble. I just want to help." Before Marcus could respond, Elon handed him a small envelope. "There's an apartment ready for you, fully paid for a year, and a car to get you there." Marcus stared at the envelope, his hands shaking as he took it. Why would you do this for me?" he asked, his voice breaking. Elon smiled warmly. "Because you've earned it." Tears welled up in Marcus's eyes, and for the first time in years, he let them fall. Gratitude, disbelief, and hope overwhelmed him as he realized his life was about to change forever. That night, Marcus stood in front of the door to his new apartment, the keys trembling in his hand. It still felt unreal, like a dream he might wake up from at any moment. Taking a deep breath, he turned the key and stepped inside. What he saw left him in awe. A fully furnished home with a cozy living room, a stocked kitchen, and a warm, inviting bed waiting for him. He ran his fingers across the counter, opened the fridge to see it filled with food, and walked into the bedroom, where soft pillows and fresh linens called out to him. For a moment, Marcus just stood there, taking it all in. After years of living in a park under the open sky, this was more than he ever imagined. That night, as he lay on the bed, staring at the ceiling, tears filled his eyes once again, not from despair, but from gratitude. For the first time in years, he slept under a real roof, feeling safe and hopeful. As he drifted off, Marcus whispered to himself, "Elon Musk is a kind man, a very generous man. He changed my life in a second without thinking twice. I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I'll never take it for granted. It was the beginning of a new chapter, one filled with possibilities he hadn't dared to dream of before. Marcus's journey is a powerful reminder of the strength of the human spirit. It's a story of hard work, resilience, and the kind of kindness that can change lives. Despite losing everything, Marcus never gave up. He kept pushing forward, doing his best every day, and holding on to his dignity. And then, thanks to one act of generosity, his life was transformed in an instant. This story shows us that no matter how tough life gets, there are good people out there who can help turn things around, and second chances really do make all the difference. If you found Marcus's story inspiring, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more uplifting tales. And remember, always believe in the power of kindness and hard work. It can truly change lives.